close your eyes now and let the world outside fade like the last notes of a distant song. Feel the weight of your body sinking deeper into the space around you, as if the air itself has become a soft, invisible mattress. And in this quiet, in this stillness, there is a single point of warmth inside you, tiny, like a spark in the dark. This spark is your center, your calm, the place where all the noise of the day dissolves into silence. Let your breath slow just a little, just enough to notice how the air moves in and out, like the gentle rise and fall of waves on a shore. And with each breath, that spark grows brighter, warmer, spreading its light through your chest, your arms, your legs, until you are wrapped in a soft, golden glow, as if you've stepped into a place where time moves differently. Now, imagine you are standing at the edge of a vast, quiet cavern. Not a cavern of stone or earth, but of something lighter, something almost like liquid light. The walls around you ripple softly, like water caught in a slow, endless dance. And as they ripple, they scatter the air into rainbows, soft, shifting colors that drift like mist. The floor beneath you is not hard or cold, but smooth and reflective, like a pool of mercury that has stilled itself just for you. And when you look down, you see not your reflection, but something softer, something kinder, a version of yourself that is already at peace, already breathing deeply, already wrapped in the quiet of this place. Above you, the ceiling is not solid, but a lattice of delicate ice, each facet catching the light in a way that feels like sound. Not a sound you hear with your ears, but a sound you feel in your bones, like the hum of a tuning fork vibrating through your entire being. And as you stand here, in this cavern of fractured dawn, you realize there is no need to rush, no need to do anything at all. The air is neither warm nor cool, but alive in a way that matches the rhythm of your breath. With every inhale, the cavern breathes with you, its walls expanding slightly, its colors shifting just a little. And with every exhale, the world around you settles deeper into stillness, as if it too is letting go. Now take a step forward into the shallow pool at your feet. The water is not cold, not wet, but smooth and weightless, like walking through a cloud. With each step, the surface ripples outward in slow, lazy circles, as if the water itself is stretching and yawning. And as you move deeper into the cavern, the light around you shifts, softening into hues of gold, grows thicker, richer, like honey poured slowly into warm tea. And you realize that this place is not just around you. It is inside you too. A quiet, hidden chamber where your mind can rest, where your thoughts can drift like leaves on a gentle stream. Now find a place to sit or lie down, or simply let yourself float in the stillness. The water beneath you cradles you, holding you as if you weigh nothing at all. And as you settle, the light around you begins to pulse, just slightly, in time with your heartbeat. Not fast, not slow, but perfectly in sync, as if the cavern itself is listening to the rhythm of your body. And with each pulse, the colors deepen, the air grows softer, and the sense of peace inside you expands, until it feels as if you are not just in this place, but part of it, woven into its quiet, endless dawn. Now let your mind drift to the sound that fills this cavern. Not a sound you hear, but a sound you feel. A deep, resonant hum that vibrates through every cell in your body. This is the sound of 432 hertz, a frequency that carries with it the warmth of the sun, the stillness of the moon. It is the sound of healing, of balance, of the earth itself breathing in harmony with you. And as this sound moves through you, it smooths out the rough edges of your thoughts, like water polishing stones. Each wave of sound carries away a little more tension, a little more weight, until all that remains is this moment, this breath, this peace. Now imagine that this sound is not just around you, but inside you. It flows through your veins like warm honey, soothing every muscle, every nerve, every tiny part of you that has been holding on. And as it flows, it leaves behind a trail of golden light, a path of warmth that lingers long after the sound has passed. This light is your body remembering how to relax, how to let go, how to simply be. And with each breath, the light grows brighter, spreading from your chest to your fingertips, from your toes to the top of your head, until you are glowing from within, wrapped in a cocoon of soft, golden warmth. Now let your thoughts drift like clouds in a summer sky, not holding onto any one thought, not pushing any away, but simply watching them pass. And as they pass, they soften, they dissolve, they become part of the quiet around you. The cavern breathes with you, its walls expanding and contracting in time with your lungs. And with each breath, the colors around you shift, gold to lavender, lavender to soft blue, blue to the palest pink. Each color a whisper, a promise, a gentle reminder that you are safe, you are held, you are exactly where you need to be. Now, feel the weight of your body sinking deeper into the water beneath you. Not heavy, not stuck, but soft, like a leaf settling onto the surface of a pond. And as you sink, the water rises to meet you, cradling you, holding you in its gentle embrace. The light around you dims just slightly, as if the cavern is tucking you in, preparing you for a long, restful sleep. And with each breath, the world around you grows quieter, softer, more distant, until all that remains is the sound of your own breath, the warmth of the light inside you, and the deep, endless peace of this place. Now, let your mind drift to the edges of sleep, not fighting it, not resisting, but simply letting it come, like the tide rolling in. And as it comes, the colors around you fade into a soft, velvety darkness. Not a darkness that is cold or empty, but a darkness that is rich, full, alive with possibility. This is the darkness of deep rest, of healing, of the space between thoughts where everything is still. And in this darkness, you are safe, you are held, you are exactly where you need to be. Now let your breath slow even more, until it feels as if you are breathing in time with the cavern itself. Each inhale drawing in the golden light, each exhale releasing any last traces of tension. And with each breath, the sound of 432 hertz hums softly in the background, a lullaby for your soul. It is the sound of the earth turning, of the stars singing, of the universe whispering that everything is as it should be. And as you listen, the last of your thoughts drift away, like leaves on a slow, moving river, until all that remains is the sound, the light, the deep, endless peace of this place. Now let your body grow heavier, your limbs sinking deeper into the water beneath you. Not heavy with weight, but heavy with relaxation, with surrender, with the deep knowing that you do not need to do anything at all. The water holds you, the light warms you, the sound soothes you. And with each breath, you drift deeper, further into this quiet, endless dawn, until the edges of your body begin to blur, until you are no longer separate from the cavern, but part of it, part of the light, part of the sound, part of the deep, endless peace. Now imagine that this place is not just around you, but inside you. A hidden chamber where your mind can rest, where your thoughts can drift, where your body can heal. And as you rest here, the sound of 432 hertz continues to hum, a gentle reminder that you are safe, you are held, you are loved. It is the sound of your own heartbeat, of your own breath, of the quiet voice inside you that whispers, "You are enough." And with each breath, this voice grows louder, clearer, until it fills every part of you, until all that remains is the sound, the light, the deep, endless peace of this place. Now let your mind drift even further into the space between thoughts. Not thinking, not doing, but simply being, like a stone at the bottom of a quiet pond. And as you drift, the colors around you shift once more, softening into hues of gold and cream. The light grows warmer, richer, like the first rays of the sun after a long, restful night. And with each breath, the warmth spreads, filling you from the inside out, until you are glowing, radiant, wrapped in the deep, endless peace of this place. Now feel the sound of 432 hertz vibrating through you, not just in your ears, but in your bones, in your cells, in the very core of your being. It is the sound of healing, of balance, of the earth itself singing to you. And as it vibrates, it smooths out the rough edges of your thoughts, your worries, your fears. Each wave of sound carrying them away, like leaves on a slow, moving river, until all that remains is the sound, the light, the deep, endless peace of this place. And you realize that this peace is not something you have to find. It is already inside you, waiting for you to remember. Now let your breath slow even more until it feels as if you are breathing in time with the universe itself. Each inhale, drawing in the golden light, each exhale, releasing any last traces of tension. And with each breath, the sound hums softly in the background, a lullaby for the mind and the body. Your soul. It is the sound of the earth turning, of the stars singing, of the universe whispering that everything is as it should be. And as you listen, the last of your thoughts drift away, like clouds in a summer sky, until all that remains is the sound, the light, the deep, endless peace of this place. Now, imagine that this peace is not just for now, but for always. That even when you leave this cavern, even when you open your eyes, this peace will stay with you. A quiet, hidden chamber inside your heart where you can return whenever you need to rest, to heal, to remember. And as you rest here, the sound of 432 hertz continues to hum, a gentle reminder that you are safe, you are held, you are loved. It is the sound of your own heartbeat, of your own breath, of the quiet voice inside you that whispers, "You are enough." And with each breath, this voice grows louder, clearer, until it fills every part of you. Now let your body grow even heavier, your limbs sinking deeper into the water beneath you. Not heavy with weight, but heavy with relaxation, with surrender, with the deep knowing that you do not need to do anything at all. The water holds you, the light warms you, the sound soothes you. And with each breath, you drift deeper, further into this quiet, endless dawn, until the edges of your body begin to blur, until you are no longer separate from the cavern, but part of it, part of the light, part of the sound, part of the deep, endless peace. Now imagine that this place is not just a place you visit, but a place you carry with you. A quiet, hidden chamber where your mind can rest, where your thoughts can drift, where your body can heal. And as you rest here, the sound of 432 hertz continues to hum, a gentle reminder that you are safe, you are held, you are loved. It is the sound of your own heartbeat, of your own breath, of the quiet voice inside you that whispers, "You are enough." And with each breath, this voice grows louder, clearer, until it fills every part of you, until all that remains is the sound, the light, the deep, endless peace of this place. Now let your breath slow even more, until it feels as if you are breathing in time with the universe itself. Each inhale drawing in the golden light, each exhale releasing any last traces of tension. And with each breath, the sound of 432 hertz hums softly in the background, a lullaby for. Orion Thorn's voice drifts into the quiet like a feather settling onto still water. The words not spoken yet, but already felt in the hollow behind your ribs where breath begins. You are here in the chamber of fractured dawn, not as a visitor, but as a particle of light caught in the slow spin of its geometry. The air is thick with the memory of sound, not the sound itself, but the echo of a chime that has not yet rung. And your body remembers this place before your mind does. The walls around you are not stone, they are alive. Each surface breathes in patterns too slow for human eyes to track. But your skin feels it, the way fingertips feel the grain of wood before touching it. A ripple moves across the crystal, not from left to right, but from inside to outside, as if the cavern itself exhales. And where the light touches the walls, it does not reflect it, holds the light like a breath held just before the first note of a song. Your eyes adjust not to brightness, but to the absence of shadow, not the absence of darkness, but the presence of a deeper kind of seeing. The floor beneath you is not ground. It is a mirror made of water, so still it forgets to be liquid. Your reflection does not stare back at you. It floats just beneath the surface, not sharp, but softened as if seen through the veil of a dream you had before waking. The water is neither warm nor cool. It is a live, shifting temperature with each breath you take. When you inhale, the water cools slightly, like the first sip of morning air. When you exhale, it warms like the last sigh before sleep. Your feet do not sink, they rest on the surface, as if the water has learned the shape of your soles over centuries of waiting. Above you, the ceiling is not solid. It is a lattice of ice, so delicate it seems to breathe with the rhythm of your own pulse. Each facet catches the light and scatters it into 1,000 silent chimes, not heard, but felt in the bones of your ears. The light does not move, it unfolds like a flower opening in reverse petals of color, drifting inward toward the center of your chest. You realize there is no sound here, not because the cavern is silent, but because sound has not yet been invented. What you hear is the memory of sound, the way your body remembers the weight of a blanket before it is placed upon you. The anchor, the resonance, the hum begins not as a vibration, but as a feeling in the very center of your skull. It is not a frequency you hear, it is a frequency you become. The number 432 Hertz does not matter. What matters is the way your ribs expand to meet it, the way your spine lengthens as if pulled upward by an invisible thread. The hum is not outside you. It is the sound of your own cells remembering their original shape, the way a river remembers its bed after the floodwaters recede. Now let your awareness drift downward like a leaf settling onto the surface of the water, not falling, but choosing to rest. Your body is not heavy. It is held by the geometry of stillness, the way a spider's web holds the weight of morning dew without bending. Your breath slows not because you command it, because the air itself has thickened into something more like honey. Each inhale is a question. Each exhale is the answer. Focus on a single point, on the wall where the light gathers like a pool of liquid gold. This is not light as you know it. This is light that has been aged like wine. It has depth, it has waited, has the slow pulse of a heartbeat. As you watch, the gold begins to shift, not in color, but in texture. It ripples like the surface of a pond when a single drop of rain falls. But there is no rain here. The ripple is the echo of your own attention. Now let your gaze soften until the gold is not a point, but a field. The wall is no longer a surface, but a membrane, something between skin and sky. You realize the gold is not on the wall, it is inside the wall. Like veins of light running through the body of the cavern. And the cavern is not a place, it is a being. Your breath deepens without effort the way a river deepens when it reaches the sea. The air tastes of something ancient and sweet, like the first breath of a newborn star. Your lungs expand not to take in air, but to remember how to breathe. The way your body remembers how to float before you step into the water. The anchor, the resonance, the hum grows louder, not in volume, but in presence. It fills the space between your cells, like water filling the gaps in sand. Now let your awareness drift inward to the space behind your eyes. Not the eyes themselves, but the quiet darkness that cradles them. This is not emptiness. This is potential. The way a seed holds the shape of a tree before the first sprout. The darkness is not absence. It is pregnant with light. The way the night sky is pregnant with stars. The hum shifts subtly like a tuning fork, finding its perfect pitch. It is no longer a sound, it is a current, flowing through you, not like water through a pipe, but like electricity through a circuit. Your body is not a vessel, it is a conductor. The current does not move through you, it moves as you. The way a river does not move through the land, but moves with the land. Now let your awareness expand outward from the center of your chest. Not in a rush, but in the slow unfurling of a fern in spring. Your ribs are not barriers, they are gateways. Each breath, a key turning in a lock you did not know was there. The hum deepens into a pulse, not a beat, but a wave. The way the ocean pulses with the moon's pull. Your body begins to dissolve not into nothingness, but into everything. Your skin is no longer a boundary, it is a threshold. The way the shore is neither land nor sea, but the meeting place of both. The water beneath your feet is no longer separate from you, it is continuous. The way the air in your lungs is continuous with the air in the cavern. The way the light in your eyes is continuous with the light in the walls. The anchor, the resonance, the hum now fills you completely. It is not a sound, it is the shape of sound. The way a spiral is the shape of growth. The way a circle is the shape of wholeness. You realize the hum is not coming from outside you. It is the sound of your own cells vibrating in harmony. The way a choir sings not in unison, but in accord. Now let your awareness drift upward like smoke from a candle. Not rising, but unfolding. The ceiling of the cavern is no longer above you, it is around you. The way the sky is not above the earth, but encompasses it. The lattice of ice is no longer a structure, it is a pattern. The way the veins in a leaf are a pattern. The way the branches of a tree are a pattern. The light in the cavern begins to shift, not in color, but in quality. It is no longer light as you know it, it is light as memory. The way the scent of rain on dry earth is the memory of water. The way the taste of honey is the memory of sunlight. The light here is the memory of dawn, not the dawn itself, but the promise of dawn. The way the first breath of morning is the promise of the day. Your body is no longer heavy, it is weightless. Not because you are floating, but because the concept of weight no longer applies. The way a dream is weightless, not because it is light, but because it exists outside of gravity. The water beneath your feet is no longer a surface, it is a field. The way a meadow is not a surface, but a living carpet. The way the sky is not a ceiling, but an endless expanse. The anchor, the resonance, the hum now pulses in time with your heartbeat. Not because it is following you, but because it has always been there. The way the moon has always been there, even when you cannot see it. Your heartbeat slows, not because you are tired, but because time itself has slowed. The way a river slows when it reaches the delta. The way a breath slows when it reaches the bottom of the lungs. Now let your awareness expand beyond the cavern. Not in a leap, but in the slow widening of a pupil in dim light. The walls are no longer walls, they are horizons. The way the edge of the ocean is not a boundary, but a beginning. The cavern is not a place, it is a gateway. The way a door is not a barrier, but an invitation. You see the earth not as a planet, but as a living cell, floating in the velvet darkness of space. The continents are not land, they are patterns. The way the veins in a leaf are patterns. The oceans are not water, they are breath. The way the air in your lungs is breath. The atmosphere is not air, it is skin. The way your own skin is not a boundary, but a living membrane. The earth is not separate from you, it is continuous. The way the water in the cavern is continuous with the water in your body. The way the light in the walls is continuous with the light in your eyes. You realize you are not looking at the earth, you are part of the earth. The way a drop of water is part of the ocean. The way a breath is part of the wind. The anchor, the resonance, the hum now fills the space between the stars. It is not a sound, it is the silence between sounds. The way the space between notes is what makes music. The way the space between breaths is what makes life. You realize the hum is not a vibration, it is the absence of vibration. The way stillness is not the absence of motion, but the presence of peace. The earth is no longer a planet, it is a heartbeat, pulsing in time with the hum. The way your own heartbeat pulses in time with the hum. The way the tides pulse in time with the moon. You realize the earth is not a place, it is a being. The way a tree is not a place, but a living presence. Now let your awareness drift outward to the edges of the solar system. Not in a rush, but in the slow expansion of a ripple in water. The planets are not orbs, they are notes in a song. The way the keys of a piano are notes in a song. The sun is not a star, it is the conductor. The way the heart is the conductor of the body. The hum is not a sound, it is the rhythm of the song. The way the pulse is the rhythm of the heartbeat. The solar system is not a system, it is a dance. Each planet moving in perfect harmony. The way the cells in your body move in perfect harmony. The way the notes in a song move in perfect harmony. You realize you are not watching the dance, you are part of the dance. The way a single cell is part of the body, the way a single note is part of the song. Now let your awareness expand beyond the solar system to the edges of the galaxy, not in a leap, but in the slow unfolding of a flower. The stars are not points of light, they are eyes. The way the cells in your body are eyes. The way the leaves on a tree are eyes. The galaxy is not a place, it is a being. The way the earth is a being. The way your body is a being. The hum is no longer a sound, it is the breath of the galaxy. The way your own breath is the breath of your body. The way the wind is the breath of the earth. You realize the galaxy is not separate from you. It is continuous. The way the water in the cavern is continuous with the water in your body. The way the light in the walls is continuous with the light in your eyes. Now let your awareness drift outward to the edges of the universe. Not in a rush, but in the slow expansion of a sigh. The universe is not a place. It is a living presence. You are floating in the silence between stars, and the problems of the world are microscopic dots far below, so small they could dissolve into the vastness without a trace. The space around you is not empty. It is filled with the hum of healing frequencies, a soft, golden vibration that wraps around your body like a warm, invisible blanket. You feel the weightlessness of your limbs, as if gravity itself has forgotten to pull you down, and your breath moves in slow, deep waves, each inhale drawing in the quiet, each exhale releasing the last traces of tension. The air around you is cool and still, but not cold. It is the kind of cool that soothes, that whispers to your skin, telling it to relax, to let go, to sink deeper into this endless moment. Your fingers drift slightly, as if carried by an unseen current, and you notice the way the tips of them tingle, not with pins and needles, but with a gentle warmth, like sunlight filtering through leaves on a lazy afternoon. The sensation spreads, creeping up your arms, not rushing, not demanding, but simply existing. A slow, steady pulse that matches the rhythm of your breath. You realize your shoulders have softened, the muscles unclenching like petals unfurling in the first light of dawn, and the weight of the world, all the little worries, the endless to-do lists, the voices in your head, feels lighter, as if it's being lifted by the same invisible hands that cradle you now. Your chest rises and falls, And with each breath, you feel the space inside you expanding, not because you're forcing it, but because the healing frequencies are making room, dissolving the resistance that once clung to your ribs like old, forgotten cobwebs. Below you, the microscopic dots of the world are fading, not because they're gone, but because you're drifting farther away, carried by the current of Nola cloud, a presence so gentle it doesn't even announce itself. You feel her before you see her, like a whisper of wind against your cheek, like the faintest brush of a feather along your spine. She is not a person, not a shape, not even a voice, but a feeling of safety so deep it doesn't need words, a knowing that you are held, that you are exactly where you need to be. The healing frequencies hum louder now, not in volume, but in presence, as if they are tuning themselves to the rhythm of your heartbeat, syncing with the slow, steady pulse of your blood. Your mind, once a storm of thoughts, is quieting, not because you forced it to stop, but because the chatter was never yours to begin with. It was just noise, and noise dissolves in silence. You notice the way your eyelids feel heavy, not from exhaustion, but from the weight of relaxation, as if they've been kissed by the same golden light that fills the space around you. They flutter slightly, not because you're fighting to keep them open, but because they're testing the waters, seeing how it feels to let go just a little more. The darkness behind them is not empty. It's rich, velvety, like the inside of a closed eyelid on a summer night, warm and safe, and full of possibility. You feel the corners of your mouth soften, the muscles in your jaw unclenching, and the tension that once lived there, like a knot in an old rope, slowly unwinds, thread by thread. Your breath deepens, and with each inhale, you draw in more of the healing frequencies, more of the quiet, more of the stillness, as if your lungs are learning a new language, one made of silence and space. Your hands, still floating, begin to feel heavier, not in a way that pulls you down, but in a way that anchors you, as if invisible threads are gently tethering you to this moment, this place, this endless now. You notice the way your fingers curl slightly, not from tension, but from the natural weight of relaxation, like leaves settling after a breeze has passed. The sensation spreads to your arms, your shoulders, your chest, each part of you sinking deeper into the embrace of the healing frequencies, as if you're being held by something vast and benevolent, something that has always been there, waiting for you to notice. Your mind, once a whirlwind of thoughts, is now a quiet pond, its surface smooth and unbroken, reflecting nothing but the golden light that surrounds you. The chatter that once filled your head is gone, not because you've silenced it, but because it was never yours to control. It was just noise, and noise fades when you stop feeding it. You feel the weight of your body, not as a burden, but as a reminder. You are here, you are present, you are safe. The air around you is still cool, but it's not cold, not harsh, not biting. It's the kind of cool that soothes, that cradles, that tells your skin it can relax, it can let go, it can sink deeper. Your breath moves in slow, deep waves, each inhale drawing in the quiet, each exhale releasing the last traces of resistance, the last whispers of tension, the last echoes of the world below. You notice the way your chest rises and falls, not because you're forcing it, but because it's following the rhythm of the healing frequencies, the slow, steady pulse that fills the space around you. Your mind is quiet now, not because you forced it to stop, but because it's learned that there's nothing to solve, nothing to fix, nothing to figure out. There is only this moment, this breath, this endless now. Your fingers drift again, carried by the same unseen current, and you feel the way they tingle, not with urgency, but with warmth, like the first sip of tea on a winter morning. The sensation spreads, creeping up your arms, your shoulders, your neck, each part of you softening, melting, dissolving into the quiet. You feel the weight of your eyelids, not as a struggle, but as an invitation to let go, to sink deeper, to drift farther into this endless moment. The darkness behind them is rich and deep, like the space between stars, and it welcomes you, not with words, but with silence, with stillness, with the quiet knowing that you are safe, you are held, you are exactly where you need to be. Your breath deepens, and with each inhale, you draw in more of the healing frequencies, more of the quiet, more of the stillness. The air around you hums softly, not with sound, but with presence, with the gentle pulse of the golden light that fills the space. You feel the way your body relaxes, not because you're forcing it, but because it's remembering how to let go, how to soften, how to sink into the embrace of the moment. Your mind is quiet now, not because you've silenced it, but because it's learned that there's nothing to solve, nothing to fix, nothing to figure out. There is only this breath, this moment, this endless now. The chatter that once filled your head is gone, not because you've banished it, but because it was never yours to begin with. It was just noise, and noise dissolves in silence. You feel the weight of your body, not as a burden, but as a reminder. You are here, you are present, you are safe. The air around you is cool and still, but not cold, not harsh, not biting. It's the kind of cool that soothes, that cradles, that tells your skin it can relax. It can let go. It can sink deeper. Your breath moves in slow, deep waves, each inhale drawing in the quiet, each exhale releasing the last traces of resistance, the last whispers of tension, the last echoes of the world below. You notice the way your chest rises and falls, not because you're forcing it, but because it's following the rhythm of the healing frequencies, the slow, steady pulse that fills the space around you. Your mind is quiet now, not because you forced it to stop, but because it's learned that there's nothing to solve, nothing to fix, nothing to figure out. There is only this moment, this breath, this endless now. Your fingers drift again, carried by the same unseen current, and you feel the way they tingle, not with urgency, but with warmth, like the first touch of sunlight after a long night. The sensation spreads, creeping up your arms, your shoulders, your neck, each part of you softening, melting, dissolving into the quiet. You feel the weight of your eyelids, not as a struggle, but as an invitation to let go, to sink deeper, to drift farther into this endless moment. The darkness behind them is rich and deep, like the space between stars, and it welcomes you, not with words, but with silence, with stillness, with the quiet knowing that you are safe, you are held, you are exactly where you need to be. Your fingers drift again, carried by the same unseen current, and you feel the way they tingle, not with urgency, but with warmth, like the first touch of a loved one's hand. The sensation spreads, creeping up your arms, your shoulders, your neck, each part of you softening, melting, dissolving into the quiet. You feel the weight of your eyelids, not as a struggle, but as an invitation to let go, to sink deeper, to drift farther into this endless moment. The darkness behind them is rich and deep, like the space between stars, and it welcomes you, not with words, but with silence, with stillness, with the quiet knowing that you are safe, you are held, you are exactly where you need to be. Your breath deepens, and with each inhale, you draw in more of the healing frequencies, more of the quiet, more of the stillness. The air around you hums softly, not with sound, but with presence, with the gentle pulse of the golden light that fills the space. You feel the way your body relaxes, not because you're forcing it, but because it's remembering how to let go, how to soften, how to sink into the embrace of the moment. Your mind is quiet now, not because you've silenced it, but because it's learned that there's nothing to solve, nothing to fix, nothing to figure out. There is only this breath, this moment, this endless now. The chatter that once filled your head is gone, not because you've banished it, but because it was never yours to begin with. It was just noise, and noise dissolves in silence. And now, the words begin to soften, like the edges of a dream, dissolving into the quiet, the gentle hum of the resonance, wrapping around you like a warm blanket on a cool evening. You don't need to hold onto anything, not even the words. They've done their work. They've carried you here, to this place of deep stillness, where everything is exactly as it should be. The images that once flickered behind your eyes, they fade now, not into emptiness, but into a soft, comforting darkness, a darkness that cradles you, like the night sky cradles the moon. This darkness isn't cold. It isn't lonely. It's full of warmth, full of peace, full of the quiet hum of the resonance that continues its work, even now, even as the words grow softer. You don't need to see anything. You don't need to do anything. You don't even need to listen, because the resonance is already inside you, already part of you, already working its gentle magic. It's like the tide pulling back from the shore, leaving behind smooth sand and tiny shells, and the quiet promise of return. The resonance doesn't stop when the words do. It continues, flowing through you, like a river finding its way home. Your body knows what to do with this. It always has. It knows how to take the peace and let it settle into your bones, into your breath, into the quiet spaces between your thoughts. It knows how to let the resonance soften the edges of the day, smooth the wrinkles of worry, and tuck you in, like a child at the end of a long, happy day. You don't have to try. You don't have to force. You don't have to make anything happen. Because the peace is already here. It's always been here, waiting for you to notice, waiting for you to sink into it. This peace isn't something you have to earn. It isn't something you have to chase. It's like the air you breathe, always there, always available, always enough. And just like the air, you don't have to think about it. You don't have to control it. You can simply let it be. Let it flow. Let it carry you. The resonance is the same. It's always here, always working, always guiding you back to this place of deep, quiet rest. You don't have to hold on to it. You don't have to cling to it. You can let it go and trust that it will still be here when you need it. This peace is like a favorite blanket, the one you reach for on a rainy day, the one that smells like home. It's always there, always waiting, always ready to wrap around you and remind you that everything is okay. And just like that blanket, this peace is yours, always, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing. It's like a door that's always unlocked, a door that leads you back here, to this place of stillness, of safety, of deep, quiet rest. You don't have to knock. You don't have to ask. You can simply walk through whenever you're ready. The resonance doesn't judge. It doesn't rush. It doesn't demand. It simply is, like the sun rising in the morning, like the stars appearing at night. It's a constant, a gentle presence, a quiet companion, always here, always patient, always kind. And just like the sun and the stars, it doesn't need anything from you. It doesn't ask for anything in return. It simply offers and lets you take what you need when you need it. This peace isn't going anywhere. It's not something that can be taken away. It's like the ground beneath your feet, solid, steady, unshakable. And just like the ground, it's always there, holding you up, even when you don't notice. You don't have to worry about it disappearing. You don't have to fear it fading, because it's part of you now, part of your breath, part of your heartbeat, part of the quiet hum of your being. The words are growing softer now, fading into the background, like the last notes of a lullaby. They've done their work. They've carried you here to this place of deep, quiet stillness. And now they can rest just as you can rest, the resonance remains, the peace remains, the quiet hum of your breath remains. Everything else can simply drift away. You don't have to remember any of this. You don't have to hold onto the words. Your body remembers. Your breath remembers. The quiet spaces between your thoughts remember. And that's enough. That's more than enough. The resonance will continue its work, even as you sleep, even as you dream, even as you drift. It will keep you safe. It will keep you warm. It will keep you held in this deep, quiet peace. This is your place now. This peace, this stillness, this quiet. It's always here, waiting for you whenever you need it, whenever you want to return. And just like a favorite song or a familiar scent, it will welcome you back with open arms. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to be anything. You can simply be here, now, in this deep, quiet rest. The resonance is fading now, but not gone, never gone. It's like the last light of the day, slipping below the horizon, leaving behind a sky full of stars. And just like those stars, the resonance will still be here, shining softly in the background, guiding you, holding you, keeping you safe as you drift deeper and deeper into this quiet, into this peace. You don't have to listen anymore. You don't have to do anything. The words have done their work. The resonance has done its work. Now it's time to rest, time to let go, time to sink deeper and deeper into this soft, warm darkness that cradles you, that holds you, that keeps you safe. As you drift into the quiet, this is your time now, your time to rest, your time to heal, your time to simply be. The resonance will stay with you. The peace will stay with you. The quiet hum of your breath will stay with you. And when you're ready, when you need it again, this peace will be here, waiting. Like a favorite blanket, like a door that's always unlocked. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to be anywhere. You can simply rest, here, now. The words are almost gone now, fading into the quiet. But the peace remains. The stillness remains. The deep, quiet rest remains. You don't have to hold onto anything. You don't have to let go of anything. You can simply be here in this moment, in this quiet, in this peace. as the last of the words fade away. You can let go completely. You can sink deeper into this soft, warm darkness, into this deep, quiet rest, into this peace. Sleep now. Drift softly. The quiet remembers you.